Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler was born on April 20, 1889, in Braunau am Inn, Austria-Hungary. He grew up in a middle-class family and had a difficult relationship with his father. After dropping out of school, Hitler moved to Vienna to pursue a career as an artist, but he was unsuccessful and fell into poverty. In 1914, Hitler volunteered to serve in the German army during World War I and was wounded several times in battle. After the war, he joined the German Workers' Party, which later became the Nazi Party. Hitler quickly rose to power within the party and became its leader in 1921. In 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany and began consolidating his power. He established a dictatorship and launched a campaign to purge Germany of Jews, political opponents, homosexuals, and other groups he deemed undesirable. Hitler's aggressive foreign policy led to the outbreak of World War II in 1939. During World War II, Hitler's leadership style became increasingly erratic, and he made a series of strategic mistakes that ultimately led to Germany's defeat. During the war, Hitler oversaw the invasion of Poland, France, and the Soviet Union, and the establishment of concentration camps where millions of Jews and other minorities were systematically murdered in what became known as the Holocaust. His decision to invade the Soviet Union in 1941, in particular, proved disastrous for the German war effort. As the war turned against Germany, Hitler's mental and physical health deteriorated, and in April 1945, he retreated to his bunker in Berlin. On April 30, 1945, Hitler committed suicide by gunshot as Soviet forces were closing in on the city. His death marked the end of Nazi Germany and the beginning of a long process of rebuilding and reconciliation in Europe. Despite his many atrocities, Hitler remains a figure of fascination and study to this day. Scholars continue to debate the reasons for his rise to power, the nature of his ideology, and the psychology of his leadership style. The legacy of his crimes against humanity has also had a profound impact on the world, shaping the course of history and inspiring efforts to prevent similar atrocities from occurring in the future. Hitler's ideology, known as Nazism or National Socialism, was based on a combination of extreme nationalism, racism, and anti-Semitism. He believed that the Aryan race was superior to all others and that Germany had a destiny to rule over other nations. He saw Jews as a dangerous and subversive force and blamed them for many of Germany's problems, both real and imagined. The invasion of Poland in 1939 marked the beginning of World War II, which ultimately resulted in the deaths of tens of millions of people, including 6 million Jews who were systematically murdered in Nazi death camps. Hitler's leadership style was characterized by a cult of personality, with himself at the center of a vast propaganda machine that glorified his image and promoted his ideas. He was known for his powerful oratory skills and his ability to inspire both fear and loyalty in his followers. Despite the enormity of his crimes, Hitler remained popular among many Germans throughout his rule, and his legacy continues to be felt in the modern world. The Holocaust, in particular, has had a profound impact on global politics and culture, shaping the way we think about human rights, genocide, and the responsibility of individuals and nations to prevent atrocities. In addition to his genocidal policies towards Jews and other minorities, Hitler also targeted political opponents, dissidents, homosexuals, and people with disabilities. His regime was characterized by brutal repression, censorship, and propaganda, and dissent was not tolerated. Hitler's leadership style was characterized by his personal involvement in all aspects of government and military strategy, often to the detriment of his generals and advisors. He was known for making impulsive decisions and for his inability to accept defeat or criticism. As the war turned against Germany, Hitler became increasingly paranoid and reclusive, relying on a small circle of loyal supporters and becoming increasingly detached from the reality of the war effort. His final days in the bunker in Berlin have become the stuff of legend, with accounts of his deteriorating mental and physical health and his growing desperation in the face of the advancing Soviet forces. Scholars continue to study his ideology, leadership style, and impact on world history, and efforts to prevent similar atrocities from occurring in the future remain a key priority for many nations and organizations. Hitler's legacy has had a profound impact on global politics and culture, shaping the way we think about human rights, genocide, and the responsibility of individuals and nations to prevent atrocities. In the aftermath of World War II, the international community came together to establish a series of institutions and legal frameworks aimed at preventing similar atrocities from occurring in the future. These included the establishment of the United Nations, the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the creation of the International Criminal Court. The legacy of Hitler's crimes against humanity serves as a stark reminder of the importance of remaining vigilant and proactive in the face of these challenges. Overall, Hitler's life and legacy represent a cautionary tale about the dangers of extremism, intolerance, and the abuse of power. While the world has made significant progress in promoting human rights and preventing atrocities over the past several decades, the lessons of history remain as relevant as ever, reminding us of the critical importance of promoting peace, justice, and human dignity for all people. Thanks for watching.